Okay, so first things first, of course, go ahead and introduce yourself, who you are.
Okay. Hey, I'm Makhyli. I am an LA-based artist. I sing, rap, and dance, and I love to genre bend.
And we're gonna go into, of course, the questions, asking about your career first.
hmm
Yeah, what kind of practices or exercise do you do before acting in a scene?
You know what? Sometimes I like to raw dog acting, and I know that's ridiculous, but I have tried like classes before because while I was in a girl group, basically I put acting on hold. So that was like 6 years of not acting. And then once I got back into it, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm just leading with my true emotions. I feel like I was just going based off my intuition. And I tried to get back into classes and I was like, okay, now I'm overthinking everything. So I feel like what I do is I just really tap into what's already inside because I'm an extremely emotional person already. So I feel like I already have everything within me. I just pull it out when the time comes.
And what is it like doing like voiceovers, musicals, acting for, hopefully I'm saying his name right, Darman?
Yeah, yeah. It's really cool. I love acting. I think that's always going to be something that I do. Just it's part of me, Like when I was a kid, my family would call me like a Disney kid. Like you're such a Disney kid, and I kind of was like, oh, like is that a good thing? But it's just something that I can't really get rid of. So I would say I love voiceover like that. I think I'll do that the rest of my life, literally. There's something just so intimate and so fun about it, and being able to create your own characters and just, especially villains, like evil laughs and just let yourself be free. And a lot of times I do it from my own house, so I just feel like, wow, nobody can see me. Like, just so cool. So I want to do more of that for sure. And honestly, when I'm in like my 40s, I think I want to do Broadway because I'm a theater kid, so I'm gonna bring it back.
And speaking of course, like girl groups, you were in a girl group, Boys World.
Yeah.
And what was it like being in that girl group?
It was such a cool experience. Like, oh, looking back, I'm like, what the heck? Like, how did I do that? It's just so wild to think that such a life-changing, like once in a lifetime experience happened to me. And it's something that I feel like I never could have planned or figured out on my own. It just kind of fell from the sky and it just felt really aligned. And honestly, it was like chaotic. Like we were crazy. Like that house, if you were to fly on the wall, like you would have been so entertained. I loved it.
And also coming from not to get off topic, I do remember of course seeing Boys World like back in 2020, 2019
Yeah.
during that time. So yeah, oh, speaking about of course like your latest single, Hissy Fit, do you maybe want to get into like the process behind that? What was the inspiration?
I would love to. I would love to. I freaking love that song. I feel like it just really embodies me as a person. Like I'm a fire sign, I'm an Aries, and I recently got back diagnosed with BPD. So for me, that's like ridiculous emotions. Like I was saying earlier, that are really hard to control. They come really fast, and honestly, I do a lot of things that I regret. So I'm like, you know what? Let's speak about this. I feel like a lot of people can relate to it. And it doesn't even have to be just about mental health. I just feel like us as women in general have a lot to be upset about and a lot to, and it's very valid. So I felt like I just wanted to talk about that and represent feminine rage in a really fun way. And I feel like I definitely did that.
And is that also like kind of representation you want to spread like throughout your music, other than talking about, mental health, maybe other like women issues as well?
For sure. I feel like those are just naturally things that I go through myself. So as a black woman who is neurodivergent, like a lot comes with that. So I feel like naturally I'm going to be speaking on a lot of issues that I face on a day-to-day life. Hmm
And other than Hissy Fit, is there any other solo projects you're working on?
I am. I'll just talk about it. Sure, why not? What the heck? I have my next song. It's called Need You. And it's a deep one. It's basically about women and feeling like it's so scary to exist sometimes in a world that I don't think prioritizes our safety nearly enough. So I just in general, I'm a paranoid person and I am always looking around, looking on my shoulders, like just afraid. And I feel like it was time to have a song that really represented that feeling that we face, even subconsciously, every single day.
And when it comes to your style and aesthetic, how do those things, play into your career, your music, your acting?
Yeah. I've always been a really aesthetic girly. Like even when I was little, I went to a creative arts elementary school and I would literally personalize my outfits like feather boas, tiara, like it was giving like fancy Nancy. Like I just feel like playing with visuals and aesthetic and clothes and just creating a world is just something that I've always done. I think especially now with my style being really dark but still feminine, I feel like it shows that juxtaposition of who I am as a person because I am really sensitive, but I also can be extremely intense.
And what do you enjoy the most about being an artist, and what are some things you don't enjoy about being an artist?
Sure. I think being an artist, it's like the thing that feels like it has no limitations for me. Because I feel like it's not something that I have to go out and grasp. Like I feel like creativity is just who I am as a person. So the fact that I get to make a career out of it, like it's just so cool to think about. I love connecting with fans and hearing what they have to say and how the music impacts them. I love being able to, because I also love like directing and filmmaking and all of that. So I feel like being an artist, it encompasses it all. Like I get to do everything. And even though it might be like so much work and like so busy, the payoff is incredible. But I think some things that I might not like as much is the pressure we feel, especially being independent. I feel like we have to reach these certain marks and metrics in our head. And sometimes that gets in the way of what our heart really wants to put out because we're sometimes worried about what the general public wants. So I feel like something that I do to counteract that is, would I want to listen to it? Would this get me through something? Do I find value from this song? And if you do, there's going to be people that also feel that way.
And what are some, I guess, like methods or like some things that help you grow into the artist that you are now?
Oh, I feel like my mom, honestly, I feel like having a mom that constantly supported any ideas that I have. Okay, even if they're ridiculous and they're crazy and they might be trash, she'll be like, I don't think this is a great idea, but go ahead, see it through. And I feel like just having that support of a parent who saw that I had some fire, saw that I had passion, and saw that I was consistent with something, she's literally laid down her whole life. I'm not kidding, since the time I was 7 years old to help me fulfill my dream. And I think because her parents might not have supported her dreams as much, she really wants to do that for me. So it's all my mama.
And of course, going into now Women's History Month, the question I was gonna ask, of course, like, is there a woman figure in your life that is personal to you? But you brought up your mom, so
It's
that's
her.
very
That's
sweet.
my girl. Yeah, I love her.
um, I guess some things also. How do you encourage women empowerment in your music?
Yeah, I feel like women in my music specifically, I want them to be so vocal. I want them to say the things that society says you can't talk about. They might deem inappropriate. They might feel like, no, you can't be too angry. Like, no, 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 you just have to accept it. Like, put on a smile. And it's like, for what? Like, why? I don't understand that. And I feel like we feel better, and it's cathartic when you're able to just speak what's on your mind. So I feel like, especially when I start doing like bigger shows, I always say that I want my shows to feel like almost a therapy session for women, like just to unload what we carry on our backs every day and just scream it out and leave it at the venue. Hmm.
And what does women empowerment mean to you?
Yeah, women empowerment to me is just togetherness. Like, I feel like the world wants us to be against each other so bad. And really, I feel like the most powerful thing is when you put women together in a room and we're all encouraging each other and we're all like, oh my gosh, girl, like you're so pretty, you're so beautiful, you're so talented. There's like a vibrational frequency that is unmatched when women are empowering each other.
I completely agree. And
Mhm.
mm, I guess how do you support your women audience?
Yeah, I feel like I support my women audience every day by knowing that they're at the forefront of everything that I do. Like, I'll never turn my back on women. I feel like the world is really built on women and our creativity and our empathy. Just there's so much in the world that wouldn't be great without women. So I feel like I hear women out, especially like, what do you want me to write about? What do you feel like you're not as represented in? Like, I also like including women, of course, on my team. Like, my mom's a huge part of my team, reaching out to women that we see online that we really love their stuff. I'm always like in the comments, in the DMs, being like, oh my gosh, girl, hey, like, do you want to collab? So I might have some collabs with women coming up. I just feel like women are everything. So like I'm always gonna feel that way and I always am gonna represent them.
And what are some things I guess people should be educated about when it comes to Women's History Month?
Yeah, I feel like people should definitely be educated that women's history comes in so many shapes and forms. Like, I feel like it's not just about people way back in the 1800s. Like, there's women today who are constantly making strides for the world to be better. I feel like there's just so many women in different aspects and areas as well, not just music, like science, like everywhere you look. And I just want people to not only feel like it's women's history, but it's like history in general. Like women are just making history every single day. And I feel like that's something that should be celebrated all year, not just this month, you know?
And I guess the last question would be, is there anything people should know about you?
Yeah, I feel like I really want people to know that I have a YouTube channel where I'm posting all the time about my daily life as an independent artist, trying to make it in this world, really making strides. And I feel like it's really cool because I feel like a lot of times you're not able to see the really what the behind the scenes and what it takes, you know, every single day, the different emails I'm putting out, the rehearsing, the vocal warm up. So I think it's really cool and I love documenting it. And that's what I always say is I want to bring people to be a part of the process. So if you want to subscribe, my channel is at Makhyli, MakhylI.
And I guess to close this interview out, is there anything else you want to add, or do you have any advice, I guess, for, of course, like young women who want to go into the acting industry, the music industry?
Yeah, I would say, I always say this, but I feel like women, a lot of times, are told to be smaller, shrink, 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 shrink. But I found the most success when I take a little part of myself that I feel like I might try to hide and just really amplify that by 100, you know? Because I feel like women are looking at you and being like, oh my gosh, I feel like that too. I wish I could do that. Like, that's so me. And so I feel like when you're the most authentic version of yourself, that inspires everyone. So that would be my advice.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
Thank you. This was so fun.
Of course,
Oh,
no.
yeah.
No, it was great talking to you, and your responses were very thoughtful, so I just wanted to say
Thank
that as well.
you. Thank you. Those questions were everything. It really made me think, which I love.
Thank you.
Yes.